So the old elites, which might be seen as Britain's Achilles heel by many, its class system, is perhaps kinder than the new elite.
I'm not sure I would say it was kinder. I mean, obviously, if you went back to the 1950s and 60s, the reality is social mobility was very low. Lots of people in British society at the time didn't have rights. Lots of women, minorities and so on were not equal members of society at that time. But there was a consensus, a cultural consensus, if you like, that people were part of a national community, and that sense of belonging was critical to holding the social fabric together. And I think what we can see today increasingly is a ruling class, an elite that no longer really shares that consensus with voters and is not really interested in upholding that consensus. And we can see this most clearly with the issue of migration and how people in Westminster have responded to that question since Brexit. Because the reason we voted to leave was not just about becoming an independent sovereign nation state. It was about wanting to lower migration and slow the pace of change so that we can preserve the national community that we all belong to. And what has happened in Westminster since then is the very opposite. The new elite put the pedal down on both legal and illegal migration, have refused to entertain any radical solutions that would meet voters in the middle on those questions, and have exposed the country to a pace of change and churn that makes the pre-Brexit era look relatively tame by comparison. And this is why the politics of migration are now back with a vengeance, because many voters really do feel strongly betrayed on that question. It's why I keep talking about it in our public debate, John, because I feel also a sense of responsibility to the large majority of voters out there who really thought they were going to get a different political settlement over the last 7 years and were just given more of the same on steroids. And this is not a healthy place for any democracy to be.